Woo! We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. You know, I absolutely love having this second channel for a million reasons. A million. Because like right now, it's there's 18 of us in here. Well, now 17. Someone dropped out. Probably didn't like my intro. And we can just talk and do our thing and not worry about crazy ass people coming after us. Well, speaking of crazy ass people, oh, Easy Banjo said cute picture, Brooks. Yeah, I took that on 4th of July. Yeah, I got all glammed up. Now that hat that I have on right there is from the Love's Truck Stop. My husband got it for $2 and I wear it every year for 4th of July. Nothing better than a truck stop girl. I'm telling you. Mallory said, dang, I can't remember what this channel was called. Next topic was CLL. That's all I could come up with because I'm really crafty. That's all I could come up with. I need to put up the link for my friend Susan. I'm out, says she's sick. Hey, do you have that that respiratory thing going around? I'm out. A lot of people are getting it. Like, I won't go around my neighbor behind me, Angela, and her birthday was on Sunday. And I'm telling you what, she is so sick. And I mean so sick. I think she's about to, split her side from coughing. She's probably going to have to go get something. She said, yeah, it's congestion. Yep, that's bad. That's bad. I told her to get some of those Vicks. Those Vicks shower, you put them in your shower and it breaks all that up. But I'm telling you what, if you've got an infection, you got an infection. Well, who is creeping in from the back door? I smell trouble.
You're so funny.
Well, good afternoon, Susan. How are you?
I'm okay. How about you? You're feeling sick?
No, I'm not. Mounts is.
Oh.
She's real sick. She's using bourbon and honey right now to take care of the congestion. What do you use for congestion?
I get the, what is it called? A Mucinex or something. Hang on, I'll look real quick. Mucinex. That stuff kicks my ass, but it works.
Yeah, Greg can't take that because of his blood pressure. You know, he takes amlodipine. He has high blood pressure. The best thing that works for me, well, for one, the humidifier. Yeah. And don't tell anyone this, Susan. Greg was out and about over the weekend, and he got us a badass humidifier for $5 at the Goodwill.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I'll send you a picture and the tag and everything. I keep the tag right on it because I'm proud as shit of it. And let me tell you something right now. You put just a little bit of Vicks on the top of it. The whole house, because it gets real dry. You know, like when you get that static electricity around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but not now. Nope, not
That's
now.
good.
Not now. All right, so let's get to the topic of the show. Next topic was CLL, right? Got to be professional, right, Susan? That's how we are. We're journalists.
I don't know about professional, but I've been following this case for a while.
Well, you're a ton more professional than me, got to keep up. We're going to be journalists today, Susan, like Laura and Matthias.
No.
Mhm.
Hell no.
Well,
I'll never be like Lauren. She's nasty.
woo, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Now, you've seen some of my comments that have come in, and one in particular has got my eyebrow like way up further than Laura and Matthias's. And that's from Lana Westbrook. What? I mean, come on. What is she talking about?
She needs to go away and mind her own business. Nobody asked her to come. She don't want to watch it. Don't let her watch. I don't care. No skin off my nose.
That's what I'm
She
talking
can
about.
keep her opinion to herself.
You got Vinnie Politan all pissed at Lauren and her husband. Dr. Remy all pissed at Dr. John, saying he should lose his license. You've got all these people that are just like, what are these two doing?
Acting fools. Behind the scenes, they're siding up to these families and then using them, making money hand over fist, and then talking bad about them. Nastiness. I don't understand it, honestly.
I don't get it either, my friend. I don't. So let's start with Vinny. Actually, we got to tell everyone hi first.
Hello.
I forget what channel I'm on. Hang on. Okay. So, Every Day with Jay. Jay is for Justice. She's got several channels. She has the 411 with Jay. She's got several channels. Hold on. Ilyanka Brooks. Am I allowed to tell everyone where I get my 100% pure essential oils for a good price? Hell yeah, you do. Hell yeah, you do. We all need to see some shit like that. My mom used to buy that Melaleuca shit. Remember that stuff, Susan?
No.
Those people would come around door to door, and they had those essential oils from Australia.
No. We lived out in the country, hon. There wasn't nobody coming door to door where I lived.
You didn't have any. You didn't have Avon, nothing like that.
No. No.
All right, well, let's get to it because Vinnie Politan's pissed. This is from Every Day with Jay.
What the fuck?
I love that. I am shooketh.
Motive. He's saying, his wife's cheating on him. She left him with 3 kids really late one day. He's upset. Police are concerned that he might self-harm. All of these things going on. This is a guy that doesn't seem to be stable. He owns a business, yet at the same time doesn't have registration, doesn't have a license, doesn't have a license plate. It's very suspicious.
And as Dr. Jane Lacey, as Lauren mentioned, in the probable cause affidavit from the October 11th incident, investigators said on this date of what we just...
This was 2 nights ago. So it would have been Monday night, I think, that this aired. And then on his show on Court TV, then it was posted to YouTube today, I guess. Or yesterday, it was posted to YouTube. We got comments to read through.
Just watched on October 4th.
She literally looks like she's wearing one of those suits that you pump air in. Like those sumo wrestler suits that you pump.
I agree. I agree.
Goodness.
I don't know what the hell she's got on.
It
And-
looks like a movie.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
What has she done?
I can't hear you, Susan. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm asking, has she done something more to her face?
It looks like it because the top of her forehead looks like a fucking cereal box.
Yeah, look at her eyebrows. They're different again.
I know.
That's
It's
odd.
It's getting stranger and stranger and stranger. Susan, remember when I
Yeah.
got that Botox done around my forehead and I looked like Spock?
When was that? I don't remember that.
That
Probably
was
a good thing, huh?
that was 2 months before my wedding, and I just decided that not going to mess with God's natural creation ever again.
Probably wise.
Pump up the air, and she looks like she's all pumped up.
The defendant expressed suicidal ideations to police. Now, we didn't necessarily hear all that in the body cam. Pieces of it were redacted. But what are you taking out of this conversation he's having with police? What does it reveal to you?
Well, Vinny, it reveals a lot, and I agree with Lauren.
So this lady, I guess, has some comments on her YouTube channel this morning as well. From what I heard.
A grandiose way of thinking, Vinny.
Yeah. Lauren, I want to zero in on a part of that conversation where he's mentioning where he's sleeping. He said, I'm staying at my brother's, but I was at home. What do we know about the situation at home? Was he out of the home? Were they sharing custody? Was there anything official going on? Has that been revealed yet?
That is part of the mystery. But in all of the information that we've uncovered at True Crime, we do have a significant other of the wife, and there is a looming divorce. So there does certainly seem to be a separation that's happening, although we can't be quite clear what it was leading up to the hike, but that there were certainly
She did, Lindsay. Yes.
issues in the marriage leading up and a separation and perhaps now a significant other. But, where he was staying is a question. You wonder, is he staying, who he's staying with? Is he staying with the brother? Is he staying in the car? And
We're all wondering that about you. Are you staying with Grayson? Are you staying at home? Are you in the hotel? Where are you at? Look at Vinny. He's like, fuck, nobody knows.
Yeah, look at Vinny's face. Seems to me that Vinny doesn't know what's really going on.
No, I don't believe he does. I think he does now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he does not. He does now because his comment section looked like a fucking atom bomb.
I'm sure. I just don't know how she's going to get out of this mess unless she owns up to her bull that she pulled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how she's going to survive.
V has a question. V wants to know, so what is this video supposed to be telling us? This is just a weird interaction he's had with someone.
Uh-huh. And her hypocrisy, talking about somebody's mental health, and I don't think she's well. I really don't.
Well, and that would be her business, and her husband has a license to study psychology. That would be their business. And this was just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
This whole thing about not driving. I wasn't driving the car. You can't do this because I wasn't driving, even though he's on the roadway and he's going to hike up to the top despite the poor weather. It's a very, very strange situation. And I agree with Dr. Lacey. He's not in his right mind. His world is unraveling.
Dr. Janie Lacey, and I
don't like yours. Okay, so then they don't bring her back, I think, until the end. Oh no, here she is right here. Here we go.
Lauren Matthias, this, I mean, we're looking at this, and it's like, yeah, obviously this is extremely dangerous, right? And there wasn't the preparation for what they all needed, including especially the children, the way they were dressed, etc. Do we know anything about how he was able to get the kids out there? Why he was able to get the kids by himself out onto this hike? Did his wife know? Was there communication at all?
There was communication. It was as simple as, I'm going to take the kids on a hike. And it's fun. That's fun. They're an outdoor family, right? I doubt that she knew which hike it was. The Broads Fork Trail, marked hard, marked unsafe for children. Someone that went, just 2 hours, the temperature dropped 20 degrees. There was also a forecast of snow and hail and fog. So there was this communication of, hey, I'm going to take the kids. Oh, that sounds fun. They had new hiking shoes, right? That's what she knew. And then he took a couple of pictures. They were having fun. And then as they went further up the mountain, he started to communicate with his wife and say, hey, by the way, it's getting cold. I'm nervous. And she said, well, why don't you turn around? I'm nervous too. And his little girl, one of the children is also allegedly saying, hey, I'm scared. And what does Micah do? He keeps going. He keeps going. And then at one point he communicates with his wife and he says, it would be a lot easier, if you were here, or I don't know the exact term, but paraphrasing here, it's hard being only one parent on this 9-mile hike up this steep elevation. And so were they communicating? Yeah, she was saying, get home now.
Is she on drugs?
I think she's self-medicating, but what do I know? I don't want to say that for sure. Something's going on.
She loses her words quite often. And it kind of seems like she's like trying to be the note card girl, where she's got, canned answers written down, and she will say one thing after another. Well, that's the mystery, Vinny. And
right.
What we don't know, well, he didn't ask you to come on for what you don't fucking know, Lauren. He's asking you to come on for what you do know.
I think she is self-medicating, honestly, or she's drinking. I don't know. Something's going on. She's not herself.
I mean,
saying that she's losing her words would be kind of karma, because she made fun of Crusha for that. I don't know.
Boom, sister. Yep.
At least had trauma. She didn't have any trauma.
Mm-hmm.
She made up her trauma and then used the police as a weapon. Wasted resources.
She certainly did. She certainly did. And that's one thing I will never understand. Now, the way that Court TV clips things, that's up to them. But they obviously didn't clip it in her favor. That's all I'm going to say. 2 Boston moms. Are they talking about the dad in Utah? Yes, ma'am.
Getting stressed out. And what Micah chooses to do is keep going up this hike in the most treacherous of weather. And yes, it is marked hard for experienced hikers.
Let me ask you, Zach, when nightfall comes, how does that change the dynamic of doing a hike like this?
I guess it depends on how.
All right, let's see. Do they bring? Oh, there she is again.
Similar looking terrain. So everything that is up there is pretty much, you have to do a little bit of rock climbing.
All right, Lauren, I remember.
Angel P has a question. Please tell me how her eyebrows are lower now.
I don't understand it myself, unless she quit doing the Botox because people were making fun of it. I don't know.
No, I can tell you, because I had Botox done in my forehead, and my eyebrows were like way up, and then like one dropped, the muscle didn't quite take it. I looked like fucking Spock. And they give you eye drops. Believe it or not, they give you eye drops at these dermatology places. And you put the eye drops in, and it loosens up the muscles. True story. And it is an experiment in terror to do it. So she's probably got the eye drops. I think I have 2 bottles in one of my purses if anybody wants one.
When my children were 2 years old.
Oh no, here we go.
If they're, I'm carrying them, and we're not going rock climbing. We're just like, I don't know, going to the park, and you know, if at a certain while you're going to be carrying your children. This makes zero sense to me at all. I'm trying to gather how they were even able to do it. I mean, it's pretty amazing how the 4 and 8 and 2-year-old got as far as they did here.
Right. I wonder too how they got so far. And you're right. I picture like a backpack, right? For even the 4-year-old, you know, get the 4-year-old in a backpack, carry the 4-year-old. I don't know how they even made it as far as they did. And clearly when they started to go back down, they couldn't make it very far. They only got 600 feet, you know. And then let's talk about the fact that he left them. He left them. He taught his little girl how to do CPR and left them, you know, all the way up high. And this is very high, the Utah mountains, you know, ski Utah. You know, we're talking, you know, that type.
Yeah, she's not well. I think the stress is getting to her. I think
so too.
Yeah. And I mean, the best way to unravel is in private. Okay. Like I will never to anyone that V. Oakley's eyelashes are on her boobs right now. I won't repeat to anyone. I won't.
That's funny. Vern.
No, I won't.
Yeah, she should take a leave of absence and take care of her issues. And then do an apology tour and go along like normal.
Well, I think the best thing for her and John to do, I mean, when certain people brought certain things up, is just ignore it. And if they decide to publicly put it out there or file a lawsuit, then you deal with that. She took a different route. He took a different route. Okay?
Yeah.
2 Boston moms. She's hyped that trail.
That lady's TikTok, I think, had like 300 people, if that. And she brought attention to it. Now it exploded, and you can't unsee it. And then other people started speaking up, and it's like, yeah, your dirty deeds are exposed.
Well, I am wondering, is Lana Westbrook still working for her? Because Lana Westbrook told me, because I knew nothing about Lauren and John. I knew nothing about hidden true crime. I might have heard about it, probably didn't pay attention. That's normal for me. And she explained to me that working for Lauren was her jobby job. So, and then when you hear people saying that the only person that can actually talk to Lauren would be Brandy Neal or Brandy Vaughn, sorry. It kind of makes me wonder what the hell's really going on, considering the conversation that I had with some family members from the Lori Vallow case.
Yeah. Yeah, that it's strange, isn't it? She's a lot of mouthpieces for everybody, and I wonder if she got close to the family to do that for Lauren.
Well, and if so be it. So be it. I mean, they're all adults.
It's none of my business, but I think it's kind of shitty.
Joy Jones.
I don't know that happened, but that would explain a lot, wouldn't it?
Well, we just heard different things, and just it kind of goes in one ear and out the other. Joy said, "I will never trust AI, Gore's internet." You can trust me, girl, because I can tell you that shit really happened with my Botox.
Of elevation.
What? Very high at Ski, Utah. Huh? Look at this lady. Huh? Let's get a what in there? Because I'm dramatic.
What?
It's Ski, Utah. What is this? A commercial for fucking the ski resorts?
He taught his little girl how to do CPR and left them. You know, all the way up high. And this is very high in the Utah mountains, you know, ski Utah. You know, we're talking, you know, that type of elevation where you go snow skiing, and he leaves them with hardly any clothing on. So, you know, I don't know how they made it up. And all of a sudden he realized he couldn't get down. And we know that 2 of the 5 deputies didn't even feel like they could safely navigate the mountain to get to the kids. You know, grown men, they couldn't get there. I don't know how they got a 2 and 4.
That's not where you go skiing. You don't go skiing where people can't get to. Idiot. I can't stand her. She's slurring. She's probably taken her anxiety medicine and had a little cocktail pregame.
4-year-old up there. But this is very treacherous.
Zach, are you shocked that the kids were able to make it that far?
So I actually don't know how far they made it up. I would say.
Oh, she's insufferable.
Everything that was done here from the eyes of law enforcement and the grown-ups in the room, this is absurd what took place here. Lauren, I just want to give us your bottom line on everything that happened here. What do you think motivated this extremely dangerous hike?
What I think right now, my perspective, my opinion, I think he was angry at his wife. You know, I think that text is very telling. It would be a lot easier if, you know, there were 2 parents here. I think that speaks to motive. I think he was angry, and I think he knew what he was doing. I do.
Lauren Mathias, Hidden True Crime Podcast. Thank you so much. Zach Rivera.
Well, that was messed up.
Yeah.
That was messed up. And I think it was very telling over the weekend when Colby Ryan, who is Lori Vallow's son, went live to address what's really been going on. Now, I'm going to preface it this way. When he was in Arizona for Charles Vallow's trial, okay, he considered Charles his father. And certain people, as they call him, Dr. John and Lauren, really try to take him under their wing. Now, I don't know anything about licensing in Nevada. I mean, I know he works at a jail there. He's kind of like one of those that like prints out coloring books and Sudoku books for people, like Stephen Stearns. Well, I got something printed out for me so I can work on my mental health, that kind of shit. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I mean, he's just a piece of shit. That's it. I did hear a little bit about what he said about Stacey Wandra. I can tell you that probably people that have actually spoken to him would totally disagree. But hey, that's him. When they really cross the line is when they messed with Colby Ryan. Am I off? Am I off on that?
It was disgusting. It really was, because they acted like they were buddies, and then they're talking shit behind his back. And then he had the nerve, after wanting this woman arrested for sharing text, going on their program to show that Colby supported them and showing his private text. And it's like, are you freaking kidding me? Just like Lori, the rules don't apply to them.
And that's very interesting you say it that way.
Yes.
The rules don't apply. Because they're all hot and bothered right now because they are scared shitless that someone is going to share these text messages.
Well, they did. They sent it to everyone that she talked about, but nobody put it out in the public until she went to court and acted a fool and did the 9-hour live. Mm-hmm. And then it started coming out because it was public record.
Well, my understanding is the actual text messages are in a certain Discord. There's a Reddit room. You can read them. And both Lauren and John are both in these text messages, and they say horrible things. I mean, horrible things.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I haven't seen any of them, to be fair, only the one about Crusher. But yeah, I've heard about them, and they're really gross.
Yeah. Well, I feel very bad for Colby.
I do too. You know, he's not even 30 years old. And this has been going on for 6 years. So he's a baby. How dare they take advantage of him?
They wanted him to sign paperwork where they could help him manage his money from the Netflix deal.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. He said that Netflix screwed him over, so maybe so. I don't know.
Oh, he probably can't speak about it. OJ, get your fat ass down. Come on, enough. Come on. Stop it. She compares herself to Tylee.
Yes, she did. And Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
She's
And
nasty.
And compares herself to Charlie Kirk. I'm like,
Because somebody said something mean about her. Grow up. Nasty. Charles lost his life, and Charlie died, and you're going to compare yourself to them. Nasty.
and like people that are members of her channel, they actually will get like one-on-one time with her husband to talk about their problems. That's the kind of shit that Molly Golightly used to do. She called it life coaching.
Good Lord, I hope not. I know they have a book club, and they have a Patreon. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, a lot of stuff in their Patreon.
No, thank you. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, because right now there's something going on. If you want to know what John thinks about the Rob Reiner situation, you have to join the Patreon. Well, out of shits and giggles, I went over there to see how much it was. I'm like $25 to see what he thinks. Hell no. I'll just go to the movies and watch something I want to see.
He should not be giving advice to anybody. When I saw what he was almost making excuses for Stacy. And his coverage on Richard Allen.
Mm-hmm.
And he's supposed to be a therapist, and his wife's ideally, she's having suicidal thought. I can't think of what it's called. Ideation, that's what it is.
No, he said
he didn't give her help.
He said she was having ideations.
Yeah.
And
you don't give her help?
Yeah. You of all people.
What kind of doctor are you?
Like, you don't know how to call 911 and say my wife's batshit crazy?
Yeah. And them telling her son about this whole thing. Oh, I've got a stalker. Run, mommy, run if the bad people come. Who does that? You try to keep your child out of all that kind of garbage. You protect them at any cost. And this is just nasty.
And
weaponizing the child.
And somehow they have a little boy, and they are way old to have a child that young. I would have assumed it was their grandchild, but that's just me. And from there, I mean, they go on and they're like, we spoke to him, and Lauren went to a hotel with Grayson because the son was worried that the bad people were going to come get him. Now, that's some messed up stuff there, Susan.
Yeah, it is. If that really happened, that is so irresponsible. Because you know he's scared to death, and you're going to hide yourself away from him?
For 9 hours.
There was
For 9
nobody coming for her.
For 9 freaking hours with Grayson. 9 hours.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Then you got fucking Lana Westbrook in my comments going, a little hypocritical, don't you think? Did you see me in the bed for 9 hours?
Yeah. And wiping your snot on your duvet.
Yeah. Oh, perfect word. Did you see me do anything except for give back and say what was said to me?
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
I don't have the chat up today on the screen. Got a lot to get to. A lot. Okay. So I want to start with a couple of really important points. The first point that I want to start with is that this is going to be really hard to address. Mic is messed up. I don't know how that's possible. All right, Kelsey said the mic is messed up. I see it, Kel. She's saying the mic is all messed up. I don't know. Okay. Just let me know if you guys can hear me. And we have a lot to get to. This is really unfortunate. This is something I have not thought I was gonna have to do. And I'm gonna have to break down a lot of context so people understand what is going on. I want to start this video by first saying that I don't know what's wrong with the mic, everybody. On my side, I've got no issues. How's that? Does that sound better? Is that better? I think I fixed it. Okay. Let me know if that works better. I think I fixed it. Okay. So I want to start by saying that there's a lot to get to in this conversation, and it goes back freaking 6 years. I want to first start by also saying that we on this channel and in this community are not here to spread hate towards anybody. We are not here to make fun of people. We are not here to be that type of community. That's not who we are, and that's not what we're going to do. When I bring these people up, it's because this is just the truth of what I've had to deal with. And it sucks. It sucks, man. It sucks. But I'm going to give you guys this in parts so you guys understand what's been going on, because it's affecting me on a daily basis now. Outside of our channel and our community, this is something that is causing me to go and talk to my therapist about it and try to have conversations and talk this through. I've talked to so many different people about this. Like it's more than just frustrating. It's something that I'm like really, really upset about and frustrated over. So let me back up a little bit and give you guys context so I can walk us through the story so you have an understanding. So 6 years ago,
Okay. Before he gets to it, just gonna give a reminder to everyone as if you need it. He's talking about his real life.
Yes.
He's talking about his mama. He's talking about his
It's his mother, his father, his sister and brother, his uncle. He's lost everything. And he has got more grace and more humility than anybody I've ever known to be, like in this whole case. He's more adult. And he was 23, I think, when it happened.
Yeah, 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Carly with an eye said, I no longer watch that channel. They duped me. Very wrong of them.
Who's that?
Carly with an I said she no longer watches that channel. They duped her. I've had some other people tell me that. I don't get into
Oh,
it.
hidden true crime? I thought she meant Colby's, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I don't think so.
No, not Colby. He's dealing with the gravity of his own life. Not a case, not a bad day, not something bad someone said about someone. He's talking about his life. Okay.
Mhm.
Listen, I've taken a lot of hits about what people say about me, and
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's easy, but you get through it. And I promise in a few hours, people forget about it. It's on to the next day. But when it's your real life,
Yep. You can't walk away from it. It's there when you wake up.
Mhm.
People are in your chat saying, "Oh, what is your thoughts and theories on this?" Let the boy alone. God love him.
yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. Preschool Granny. I've canceled many channel subs lately. Lauren's was first. Woo! Now Preschool Granny don't be going around canceling me. Hell no. Hell no. Don't be canceling me. I'm just joking with her. But this is his real life. This is his mother that's in jail forever and a day. The crazy fuck that she met.
Yeah.
His sister is dead. His brother
brother's dead.
is dead.
Mhm.
He'll probably never know what happened to his father. He'll probably never know what happened to his sister's father. He probably won't know any of it.
Probably not.
He's
Not
very
unless somebody talks.
he's very well aware of the whole the other situation where his uncle was trying to kill his he's trying to kill Melanie's husband. I mean,
Uh-huh.
one thing after another.
He's well aware. He's well aware his family is so screwed up and he doesn't have anybody.
No.
And
And
I think for what he's been through, he's freaking pretty well adjusted. All things considered.
no, I think all things considered, exactly like you're saying. I mean, I think all things considered, he is doing good. He did
Mhm.
not need these two weirdos messing with him. And they are
No.
fucking weird.
Yeah. And just evil to act like you care about somebody who's damaged like this. And then they find out, oh, they were just saying that to get into my good graces so I would talk to them.
Mhm.
That's evil.
And he'll bounce back. He will.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a ton of support around him and things like that. The question is,
They'll bounce back despite them.
that's right, baby.
But I'm not giving them a pass. I'm not. Just because he can forgive, no. What they're doing, they'll do it again. They'll do it to somebody else if they're not called out on it. Yeah, that's just my feelings on it.
Well, I mean, it's pretty horrific. I mean, what they've been doing. And I think, like the last show last Thursday, it comes down to a nutshell. Somebody was super scared, and it wasn't about trash talking the chick on TikTok or Gigi or the other people. It had more to do with the manipulation with Colby, because I believe that Dr. John is afraid that he could lose his license and lose his job.
Possible. Quite possible. Your first part of that is do no harm.
And
I think if you're analyzing people, I think that's probably wrong too. I don't know the laws, but it sure can be good.
Well, I looked up a couple of laws. I just looked up Oklahoma because that's where I live. And if somebody was acting in that capacity in Oklahoma, like John, they could easily lose their license. In Missouri, easily. Nevada, I couldn't really get to the end of it. I don't know. I'm not quite sure exactly what he does at the jail and what he does at the university.
Right.
But
I don't know.
somebody's really, really afraid. Because to be quite honest, Colby Ryan holds all the cards right now. He's got them all. He's got a royal flush.
And
Okay.
we don't want no part of it.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
When everything started, for us, it started in January of 2019 with Lori and my dad separating. And then after all of what happened with Charles and everything, it turned very public very quickly because Tylee and JJ were missing. When everything changed for us is when everything got so public so quickly. And when I tell you guys, it's like a wildfire. It truly was. It was everywhere. People were taking pictures of us at Walmart, and everywhere we went, people were starting to notice us and talking about us on Facebook and things of that nature. Well, there was a group of people specifically, and they've been brought up as of late, and that is part of why this conversation needs to happen. This group was the Seven Gatherers group, and they started more issues than anybody could have imagined. And unfortunately, I don't know what caused them to be so angry and hateful towards so many people who were going through a hard time at that time. But there was obviously a lot of Facebook groups. A lot of people didn't know who were the players, who was the issue. And, it became a bigger deal than it had to be. And specifically, yes, it's someone who's part of the Seven Gatherers group. And I have had to take so much. I've had to take so much issue with what was being said because nobody knows what's happening. Like, nobody else has a clear picture. And there's people who are saying on YouTube and in public that they are connected, that they know inside information, and there's stuff that they know that no one else knows. I'm going to give some bigger context and then come back to this piece real quick, just so you guys understand. It was unfortunate because once this started, the woodwork people showed up and started to claim to have so much ties to it. And it's like, you just never can expect how this is going to go. But it's like people out of nowhere showed up and started publicly saying that they were tied to people in this case. And that whole situation got really bad because no one knew. No one was fact checking. No one was stopping it. And at that time, I'm worried about Tylee and JJ. I don't care to try to clear people's rumors up. Like, people thought I was sketchy. People thought I was involved, hurtful stuff. But do I really have the time to spend trying to make sure everybody understands where I stand and who I am? No, not at that time. It wasn't about me, but it was just part of this whole situation. I have allowed and let people say whatever they want for a very long time. But there's certain people who took it to a level of beyond disrespectful, more to like the level of as hurtful as you can possibly get. One of those people was Annie, and she's Tylee's aunt on her other side. And I cannot.
Woo! He brought her up. Okay, Annie.
Yep.
All right. I met her through a group called True Crime Underground. Okay.
Yeah.
Carl Danger and all of them run it. Okay. And everyone knew she's Tylee's aunt. I met her. I think she was super cool to me. She became good friends with a girl named Nicole and a girl named Janice.
Yes.
She was on 2020. She was on all these different shows talking about, the case.
And she does analytics, and her research is good. She had a channel. I think she still does. I'll have to share in Discord. I can't think of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But she did a lot of research and her brother come up dead.
And her
And
brother too.
Yeah, and I think that maybe Lori was a big part of that too, but she didn't get caught. There's no proof. Unfortunately, he was there for weeks before he was found, and there wasn't much left.
True story. True statement. Yeah. But I mean, Colby obviously has an issue with this 7 followers group, and
Well, yeah, because they trashed his family and they trashed Kay. They somehow thought that they were responsible. He was 20 something years old. He would get money from his mom, but it would come out of Tylee's account. And Tylee would give him money because she was getting Social Security for the death of her father. And she was beyond generous, and he was a stupid kid. He needed money and he would ask, and they would give it to him. And they assumed that he was part of it. And it's just wrong. He was just young and stupid and selfish.
no, I don't think he did anything wrong. I mean, you ask
Yeah.
a family member
Yeah.
$20 for gas and they give it to you, so be it.
Yeah. And to pay bills, and he had a child.
I mean, I couldn't understand anyone having an issue with that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
they kind of made it seem like he was involved in it because he had money out of Tylee's account. And 1 and 1 equaled 5, you know?
Well, I mean,
And they ran with it.
did he know where it came from? Did he know, or did he not care?
He did ask Tylee, and he did ask his mom. So I don't know if he knew exactly where it came from, but I don't know. It's not for me to judge.
I'll tell you how hurt I was by her actions throughout this whole situation. And instead of talking to me and working things out or telling me what her problem was, she took everything to the Facebook situation. Yes, not the 7 gatherers of Lori's group. This is not like those people. This is not like, I've never talked to Zulema or any of those people. So we're not talking about those people. We're talking about the people who made fun of those people, which were a Facebook group. And it really hurts me to have to bring this up because I've not said a word to you guys for a very long time. Well, the problem that I had with Annie is that she started a YouTube channel and started to post a lot of things about a lot of people, and said things that were such lies and so hurtful. And like, I was being kicked while I was down, and so were others. So I want to make sure I don't say who else it was, but if any of you have followed this situation, you would know that they were starting these groups of people who just attacked others, and it got so out of control, and it never ever got checked by anybody because we were all dealing with the situation in front of us. But it was a kick you while you're down situation. And I could go on and on about that situation, but it's just not worth it. I'm just letting you guys know because this is the context to what's going to come up next. So I really am hurt by the fact that people would not want to talk about this stuff privately first. That would be my approach first. That would be something I would want to do, is hear why they're upset or whatever. But in situations like this, when you don't know someone in the first place, they're obviously not going to come to you and try to talk to you. I've had to shut my mouth about things and just take it all in stride. Well, when this whole situation happened with Hidden True Crime, and I saw that some people that I had seen before were involved in this, I got really triggered and I got upset and I got angry and I got that righteous anger again and thought, I can't believe you're still going 6 years later. And I really did for a little bit kind of fly off the rail because I was so upset and I just couldn't believe that this could not end over all of this time, that you wouldn't let it go. You can't move on with your life. Like, people who are uninvolved in my family can't let go of what the case was and just taking it to a level of drama. So back in April, we were all at Charles's trial. And during that time, stuff was starting to happen in the courtroom. And I started to see all of these things popping up about drama. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was so angry because I am trying to live through this trial of my father, and my mother is sitting right there, and she's the reason why he's gone. And we're talking about a bunch of nothing, and it's happening around the trial. And I'm getting pulled into this at this point, and I'm getting emails about how there's been all this horrible talking about me and how all these horrible things have been said about me. And I'm just like, look.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
He is at the trial of Charles Vallow, who he considers to be his father. He says it. Okay.
Yes.
And his mother, who, yes, Colby loves, whether people want to accept it or not, he loves his mother. He does.
He does. He loves what she was. He doesn't love her now. He won't let her. He won't talk to her. He won't let her see his kids.
No. No.
She's not allowed to talk to anybody in his family.
No. He exactly. He loved who she was. He could never deny that Lori Vallow's his mother.
Yeah.
So as he's sitting there and he's looking at the woman who is responsible for Charles's death, one way or another, we know how that ended. People are messing with him. He's getting emails. This person said this about you. This person said this about you.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine trying to go through this trauma? Everybody's eyes are on you, and people are doing this shit. How disgusting is that? And people that you thought were in your corner, you're learning that they're talking bad behind your back. Nasty. How used does he feel?
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's pretty upset. And I mean, he could have been like a tad bit surprised that people that don't even know his family were there for Charles's trial.
Yeah.
And through the course of it, they're sending him emails, they're texting him, they're talking to him, they're saying, well, this person said this about you. Does he give a shit?
Probably not. But it's hurtful. You can't. You're raw.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he didn't go through one trial.
Yeah.
He went through several, and he might have more coming up.
Yeah.
And Annie Cushing, as butthurt as she is about her own brother,
Yeah.
she needs to respect, and her niece, she needs to respect Colby in the meantime.
And they all have trauma. And I try to give them grace. But what was done to him was wrong.
Horrible. And why Lauren Matthias and her husband, Dr. John,
whose pledge, do no harm. Yeah. Ridiculous.
See, like dumbasses like Daisy or Lana Westbrook or Lisa K. Ruetz, I throw them to the side. I'm like, look, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. But there are some people that do know. And Lauren and John know.
Yeah. Hey, hang on just a minute.
Even if that's true.
What?
No, I just need to check something.
Okay. I can tell you right now, John Matthias knows way better than to act this way. Something got his wife involved in YouTube. She's got a huge testimony all over the internet about how she came into being on YouTube in different platforms. She explains Chad Daybell's books. She explains the difference in dark and light. I mean, hell, she sat there and she laid in the bed, didn't sit there. I guess she sat and laid for 9 hours and said, I'm not dark. I'm not dark. I'm not dark. I'm like, okay, super duper. You know, and then her husband is sitting here talking to this kid. And yes, I call him a kid. Fucking with his mind.
Just to get the story.
Just to, yeah. I mean, as if no one, exactly.
Nasty.
I'm going to give you guys two number one things. Number one, anybody can have their opinion about me. If you want to talk bad about me, that is your opinion. It just is what it is. Obviously, I'm not going to be your best friend, but you're allowed to have an opinion and you're allowed to think what you want. And that goes for Annie Cushing as well. She can have an opinion about me, but what I'm not going to tolerate is absolute lies coming out of your mouth about me and my behavior or anything of that nature, or things you don't know what you're talking about. I'm also not going to allow people anymore to pretend like they were close to my family just so they can get whatever it is they're looking for. If you're looking for clout, you need to take a look in the mirror. Okay. You need to start thinking about how that affects people. You're accepting condolences for somebody that you might not even have trauma over. Okay. And I'm going to say my one F word this right now. That's fucked up. You don't get to do that. I would never do that in other situations and accept condolences from people over dead people because you want to continue to have a platform. And that goes for anybody. Okay. That is wrong. And you don't get to do that. You do not get to pretend anymore that you are something you're not. So just stop. This is all about truth. This is not an attack of their character. This is not an attack of anything else. This is the truth. Stop trying to make yourself more than what you are. If you would have just said your position and your honesty, people would respect you and people would see that. Okay. Now back to the main point. When this all happened in April, I was very upset. When I found out that certain people that I had noticed from before the 6 years were involved in it, I got very, very, very upset. And I immediately jumped into defense mode and how I wanted to address these people. And I was so sick and tired of taking punches. And it was freaking time for them to face some kind of consequence for all of the things that they've said that were lies, that were hurtful. And they knew what they were doing, and they knew they had never seen somebody come back and respond to it. So they just kept going, and they created a group out of that. And again, I'm not going to bring up anybody else or any other names because you know what? I don't know them.
Hang on. V has a question. She said, so that's his stepmom who was saying crap about him because of his bio dad's case. No. Go ahead.
And Joe Ryan is not his biological father. No. He adopted him. I can't remember his name. She'd been married. Let's see. Joe was her third husband. Charles was the fourth. Colby's dad was the second one.
Yeah.
And I can't remember his name. Logano or something like that.
Well, I mean, everyone that goes around Lori dies.
Yeah, well, the first two are alive.
Okay.
But she alienated him from Colby and just took him and left. And then they just changed his name. I don't know that Joe Ryan adopted him formally. They just changed his name. And he took his last name.
He uses his last name, and so did Tyler.
Tyler was Joe Ryan's.
He was Joe Ryan's.
Yeah.
So I don't exactly know why Annie Cushing has such problems with Colby. What exactly did she expect him to do?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think maybe because he accused Joe Ryan, and I don't want to call Colby a liar. He believes that Joe Ryan molested him. But I think that his mom brainwashed him.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
probably so. I mean,
Yeah.
she was trying to say all kinds of things about Charles.
Mhm. And the court found him not guilty of that. So, but I'm not going to call Colby a liar. I can't do that. I can't do that.
No.
So I don't know. The court says no.
And the truth is, we don't know what Lori was telling him to say.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
we don't know.
Yeah.
And then Joe Ryan is dead.
Hmm.
She moves to Charles Vallow, who Colby considers his dad.
Well, Joe Ryan was still alive when her and Charles got together because Charles got 2 older boys and she was kind of alienating him from them in a sense. They were both going through a divorce at the same time. It was a mess.
I can guarantee. And then Lori and Charles go to Louisiana and they adopt Canaan and
Mhm.
change his name to JJ.
Right. And yeah. And then
And
called him the drug baby to Melanie Gibb. It's like, are you freaking kidding me?
Melanie
You
Gibb,
know,
Melanie Gibb should be in jail. Melanie
oh,
Gibb.
she should. David Warwick should.
Mhm.
Melanice should be.
Mhm.
The Atwood girl should be. Zalima.
Mhm.
And there's another one. I'm trying to think of it. Everyone who was part of that group has blood on their hands because they're praying for these people to die. And then they're dying and nobody thinks, ooh, that's a problem for me. That's a big problem for me. And what about the rest of them? Kay was marked. She's still got a mark on her. They gave her a zombie name. She slept with a gun, afraid in her own home.
I would too. And don't
Yeah.
think because Lori's in jail and
Yeah,
Chad.
what about the rest of them?
Mhm.
Who's to say they're not going to come back around?
That all this is going to stop. Because I can tell you right now, Lori's brother, which was her hitman that did all these things,
and Summer was part of it too.
Mhm.
She said about Charles, I'll kill him myself. And it's like, and she just walked away and then went to CrimeCon as a guest of Nate. It's like, you people are nuts.
Yeah, I get so sick of Nate eating shit.
Yeah.
I get so sick of his bullshit. I can tell you right now. I mean, Shannon and I both, True Crime Beat, walked up to him and spoke about Michael Vaughn. And he said, that's too far away.
But yet he went to Hawaii.
Yeah. And he was
in sense, Nate.
And he was in Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is right here in your state, bro.
Yeah.
wanted to address these people, and I was so sick and tired of taking punches, and it was freaking time for them to face some kind of consequence for all of the things that they've said that were lies, that were hurtful, and they knew what they were doing, and they had never seen somebody come back and respond to it. So they just kept going, and they created a group out of that. And again, I'm not going to bring up anybody else or any other names, because you know what? I don't know them. I don't even know Annie. I barely know her at all. And the point being, when I saw that group and I saw those people involved, I got so pissed off for so many of the people that I care about around me, and watching people get more and more attacked after all of this. Like, these people could not let it go. And it just truly makes me think that they don't have, a life in any other way, shape, or form other than to try to have more drama. When I explain to you that this is 6 years later, when it really comes down to it, and also all the way from April, I have not brought this up because I hate this stupid drama. This is middle school stuff, and I don't play this game. And we're all grown, and we don't need to be going at people's looks, trying to attack them, and all of those things. But you know what's even more frustrating? Once I actually got out of my anger, I started to zoom out, and I needed to look at the situation as a whole. And I needed to realize what I believed and thought. And the truth was, I was really frustrated because honestly, I had kind of allowed everything to happen like I told you. But then I realized that when it came down to what was going on with my relationship with Hidden True Crime, I just felt like things actually after the fact were said that were unacceptable to me. And I'm going to give you those examples just because I need people to understand I'm being wrapped up in a drama that has nothing to do with me. I did involve myself in a sense, and I realized I only involved myself because I thought it was time to go after the group I was really upset with and had been hurt over for years. I thought it was time to address those people. So my initial reaction was, yes, let's deal with this situation because this is ridiculous. This is no longer happening. I will not put up with this anymore. Like I'm almost 30. I've been taking punches for years. I will not stand for this anymore. But after all of this started, obviously I went on to Hidden True Crime, and I've had a good relationship with them. And we did an episode right before all of this stuff really came out publicly. And we had a pretty good conversation. I think you can, if you've ever watched our conversations, I've enjoyed talking to them. We've had fun. We've really dove deep. But there was things said that really, really deeply upset me and frustrated me. And one of the first things is I felt when John had called.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. When he says, we actually really dove deep. To me, that tells me that's when John was really trying to get into his mind. John was trying to be a textbook psychologist, okay?
He was counseling him. Yeah.
Yep. And that right there is why John can lose his license. He really can.
I think I agree with you.
What?
You heard me. I can do that.
Hold on. What's today? Today is December 18th. I already have on the calendar October 14th when Susan told me I'm right. Oh, my goodness. But I mean, they're talking amongst themselves. And he said, we really dove deep.
Yeah.
Really dove deep. Well, you don't dive deep. Sienna said, protect victims from HTC. Woo, girl.
Yeah.
Woo.
That would be like you're sleeping with your therapist. I mean, not that he's sleeping with him, but he has no business doing this and then exposing him like that. That should be illegal if it's not, and I think it is. So that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. I never really caught that before.
I think what I'm going through right now is Lauren, I will never consider to be a victim.
No.
But that she met John through a doctor-patient or a teacher-assistant-patient relationship.
You think? I don't know. I thought they met through one of her assistants or a cousin or something. But
I don't. That's
I
just
don't
what
know.
So he should never have messed with this kid's head.
No, you shouldn't have.
But listen again, we started digging deep.
So my initial reaction was, yes, let's deal with this situation because this is ridiculous. This is no longer happening. I will not put up with this anymore. Like I'm almost 30. I've been taking punches for years. I will not stand for this anymore. But after all of this started, obviously I went on to Hidden True Crime, and I've had a good relationship with them. And we did an episode right before all of this stuff really came out publicly. And we had a pretty good conversation. I think you can, if you've ever watched our conversations, I've enjoyed talking to them. We've had fun. We've really dove deep, but there was things said that really, really deeply upset me and frustrated me. And one of the first things is I felt when John had called me an adoptive son, I felt like that was to be said publicly for what was coming next. And now that I've seen all the context, which is unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Now, I know a lot of people aren't paying attention right now, but I really want everyone to tune into this. When Dr. John, the psychologist, or whatever he is, kept calling Colby his adoptive son.
Yeah, nasty.
That is beyond crossing boundaries. Beyond crossing boundaries. And I can tell you right now, I love to get into people's business. Okay? Don't call me a hypocrite. I'll admit it. I love it. This morning I was talking to Laura, and I knew that Linda across the street was getting new poinsettias, even though she told me last Christmas she keeps them alive all year. I knew that they okay?
Oh my goodness.
I know. I get in people's business all the time, but not like that.
Yeah, no, that's just nasty. Especially when he was having a fit about somebody sharing Lauren's text messages.
That's what they're upset about. There's something they don't want to get out. There's something they don't want. Hold on one second. Damn it, V. Oakley. Like your fake tulips outside. God damn it, V. It's not your business.
You're not supposed to tell people.
We never talk about that, okay? And we certainly don't say that my husband watered them, okay? We never talk about that stuff. We only talk about what other people do, okay?
Do as we say, not as we do.
Because I knew that bitch was lying when she said she was hanging those fucking poinsettias upside down by the root, and then she replanted them. And I saw her this morning, and I was on the phone with Uli, and I said, what the hell is Linda doing? And I'm like, that bitch has got a bunch of poinsettias. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to kill her. They have the entire foil wrapping and everything around them. But that's beside the point. And I will put up more fake tulips this spring, and she will not know the difference. Let's get back to what I'm talking about, which is way more important than V trying to get in my fucking crawl. When you are licensed and you're a doctor, you do not approach someone as in a Colby Ryan.
Right. You're supposed to let them come to you. You don't seek them out.
Mm-hmm. And you certainly don't call them your adoptive son. That
Right.
had to have hit him in a totally different way.
I'm sure. He had a dad.
Ilyanka said when Lauren first brought Dr. John on her YouTube, she introduced him as an expert and didn't reveal until later that it was her husband all along. Well, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So my initial reaction was, yes, let's deal with this situation because this is ridiculous. This is no longer happening. I will not put up with this anymore. Like I'm almost 30. I've been taking punches for years. I will not stand for this anymore. But after all of this started, obviously I went on to Hidden True Crime, and I've had a good relationship with them. And we did an episode right before all of this stuff really came out publicly. And we had a pretty good conversation. I think you can, if you've ever watched our conversations, I've enjoyed talking to them. We've had fun. We've really dove deep, but there was things said that really, really deeply upset me and frustrated me. And one of the first things is I felt when John had called me an adoptive son, I felt like that was to be said publicly for what was coming next. And now that I've seen all the context, which is unfortunate, I've seen my name come up multiple times, and that has affected our community. And you guys know, when it comes to this community, don't play with the bear right now, because this community is a special place for me, and it's a special place for others. We have really formed a group of people who want to get better and learn and grow. Okay. So when I was told that, I remember on live, I just remember thinking, why did you say that? Because I lost my dad. He was murdered. You know that. And I lost my mom. So you can't say things like that if you don't mean that. So that, number one, that pissed me off. And I didn't even know how much it pissed me off till later on. And then I heard my name brought up right after that live. The next live that they did, John shared a private text that I had sent in the moment where I said I was proud of Lauren. And I was, because she was getting out and facing those people. And he shared that on live, which has been his complaint from the beginning. And that really upset me and hurt me.
Okay, so when people say that John shared it but didn't actually put it up, that is totally wrong. He shared the shit out of it. He shared a lot of text conversations between him and Colby on his Patreon. And what he regurgitated on YouTube was basically a canned answer from Colby. Yeah, I'm proud of her. You know why? Because Colby is dealing with the trial of his murdered father, his mother sitting right there, who he's struggling with his feelings with her. And then that's pretty much it. So then he's getting bombarded. But this is going on. This is going on. Yeah, I'm proud of her. She's getting in front of it. I mean, does he really need to answer for himself? It's his own fucking life.
It is his life. And basically, he thought I don't think he saw the text yet. And those women, he thought they were behind it, that they were spreading stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The ones who were working in Annie's group, that were terrorizing him, dragging him every other day for no reason. He thought that they were responsible for it. But then, because they told him that they had been hacked and things were put into chat that she didn't say. And come to find out, no, she did say it.
Well, yeah. At one point, I thought maybe John was gay.
I don't know, and I don't care. That don't matter to me one way or the other.
But
how
now
they treat people is what I'm concerned with.
But now I realize he's obviously a man that doesn't pay attention, because if he paid attention, then he would know that there's more important things going on.
Oh, yeah.
And the text from John to Colby repeatedly saying, "You're my son, my adopted son," I think came from Lauren.
I thought John was the one who said that. He said that in a live.
I think he was taking up for her, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, I wasn't at the house.
Because you just went on tangents for months on end about private texts, and now you come out and say a text that I sent you that was private. For what purpose? That felt like it was all planned. And that's what I'm saying. And this is my perspective. I'm angry because my name has been brought up in that situation so many times. I had to see it when I went to court for my dad. I had to see it when I went to freaking CrimeCon. I have to witness it, and it won't go away. I have let it go. I've let it slide. I've walked away. I've said nothing. I've let it play out. It has nothing to do with me. Keep me out of it. I'm not here for this drama. I'm not even involved. When the hell did I become a part of this? Until I realized I was being dragged into it. And I wanted to not do this video. I never wanted to make this video. I never wanted to have to make this video. And it's so irritating to me that I don't even go to that place. We don't go to that. Yes, we talk about my family. It's already public information. My family, and we talked about this last night with the mods. That is public. You guys knew more about my family and details about my family than I did. So yeah, am I touching on that now? Yes, for my own sake. And I appreciate that I have people who I feel are like a family for me, because I don't have that anymore. So I address those things. I've told you guys, you can believe what you want. I'm telling you context so you understand where I stand. Number one thing I have a trigger with now, and I'm no longer taking these punches quietly, is being pulled into people's bullshit. I have nothing to do with this situation. And at first, I was very supportive of them, of Hidden True Crime. I wanted I didn't know what exactly all of the sides. But guess what? There's always two sides to everything. And you know what? I'm not on either side. So just put that out there. I don't support anybody in this situation because two things. I know what I know. I don't know both sides. I haven't had the conversations. I'm not trying to jump into it. And secondly, I've been through enough. I don't even want to be involved in it. When you have this much happen in your life, you don't want more issues. You don't want more drama, and you don't want to keep going on and on and on about it. I'm heartbroken over all of this because.
And some people don't agree with him. I do 100%. We don't have to agree around here. I can just say that's my opinion. I agree with him 100%.
He's got every right. He's earned it. Leave him the fuck alone. Oh, leave him alone.
Yeah. Tam said she spends too much time with Grayson and not her son. I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Tam said, I kind of think Lauren is bi. Woo.
Ooh.
Woo.
I've heard rumors about stuff, but I don't know for a fact. Some things in them texts was about her and a cameraman and her and a bodyguard, so I don't know if she's bi.
Damn, Lauren, what you doing?
Them.
Damn.
That's what I heard. I didn't see it. Like I said, and it might not be true, and I might be carrying gossip.
Well, I mean, either way. I mean, it's already out in the wind anyway. I mean, hell, people gossip about everyone. I'm going to make up a rumor about you, Susan.
All righty. Ain't none of my business what somebody thinks about me. I don't care.
Everyone put in chat what rumor I should make up about Susan. Let's go.
Make it a good one, guys. Come on. I want to live vicariously through her rumor mill.
Make it good. Make it
Come
good.
on.
Come on.
Come on.
I'm not on either side.
I want to be. I want to be a
I don't support
cautionary
anybody in this situation because two things. I know what I know. I don't know both sides. I haven't had the conversations. I'm not trying to jump into it. And secondly, I've been through enough. I don't even want to be involved in it. When you have this much happen in your life, you don't want more issues. You don't want more drama, and you don't want to keep going on and on and on about it. I'm heartbroken over all of this because I don't have anybody that I've went at except for Lori, Chad, and Alex, Zulema, and the Melanies, because they're all, in my opinion, very deeply tied to what happened, and they never said anything or did anything, and people were being killed. That's who I have a true issue with, and I've told you guys that. This whole thing is not something that I'm trying to get into a big conversation about. What I don't want people to do is go at Lauren and John. I don't want people going at Annie. I don't want people going at it. That's why I've never said anything, because I'm not trying to start a let's go get these people for what they've done. That's not who I am. I don't want people spreading more hate. It should be the opposite. We should be coming to this channel and diffusing a lot of that and learning how to deal with these situations. But at the end of the day, how long can someone just keep being thrown into situations and say nothing? I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not here to be everybody's best friend anymore. I'm not here to be steamrolled by you. I'm not here to people please anymore. And I'm not going to be taken advantage of. I'm not going to be that guy anymore. And it's not fair to me. It's not fair to my family. It's not fair to our channel. It's not fair to our community. It's not fair. I've never once used someone in this situation to shield myself because I was going through something. And again, that's my perspective. That's just what I feel and think. Is I feel like I was used in a timing where I was being used in a certain way. That's how I feel. If that's wrong, then okay. But that's my perspective after really looking at this for a long time. And I'm angry and I'm hurt and I'm a lot of things. I don't even know how to explain all of this. But I came running at the opportunity to finally face the people who had been hurting me for a really long time. That was my first thought. And you know what? That was an emotional decision. And that was why I'm glad I never said anything yet, because I needed to take the time. This was months ago when this all started. But it's not cool. None of this is cool. None of this drama has anything to do with Colby. Okay. I would stand up for my convictions. If I feel that it's my time to take heat for my convictions, I'm cool with that.
I hate words like drama and triggered. I don't know why. I just can't stand it. I'm triggered. I mean, that's
It's been used and overused.
it's used and overused. I get so sick of that.
Mhm.
But let's do some breaking news. There's a lot of rumors going on around you. Okay.
Hey, come on, I want to be a cautionary tale. Come on.
Live from Next Topic, we have some breaking news you would not believe what just came across the wire. Wanda Green heard that Susan is a man. Are you serious? What the hell happened there? Okay. Susan is an undercover bounty hunter. Holy. What the hell's going on here? Oh my gosh. Susan hates pizza.
That's a lie. My hip saying that's a lie.
Ilyanka, Susan, do you secretly dress in a cat suit and knock the Christmas ornaments off the tree at night? Yes, she does. That's
Well, funny.
Susan is a Playboy bunny. Susan and Dog the Bounty Hunter are working together. Oh my, well, I'll tell you what. I can't.
Yeah, no. He kind of gives me the creeps with that shirt open like that. No old man should dress like that.
Well, this is all on you, girlfriend. That's all on you, home skillet. I mean, you know, this apple, not me.
I'll take the heat because I'm willing to die on my convictions. This is not my conviction. I don't even know this whole situation like I thought I did until all of this stuff started coming out, all of these people involved, all of this drama. Man, damn, like I have nothing to do with this. And yes, I have had nothing but respect and a good relationship with Hidden True Crime. And I want to make this clear so everyone understands where I stand. We had good conversations when we did talk on lives. I've enjoyed having those conversations. I've enjoyed those situations. And I thought we were really close and I really enjoyed having that. And I just had to take a step back and really think about the whole situation for everything. Now, again, do I want people going at them? No. But to make it seem like we were closer than we were hurts me, because I've already been through the ringer, and I've allowed, because I've been nice, for Netflix to screw me. I've allowed people to get close to me because I wouldn't set the boundary, even though I felt it in my spirit that they were doing me wrong. And
Now, how did Netflix screw him? I mean, he got $1 million.
I don't know, honestly. That threw me too. I don't have any idea, but I can let you know if I find something.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never heard that.
I'm not taking anybody's word for it when it comes to money, and I mean no one. When someone says, show me the receipts, I mean actual fucking receipts. So, I mean, when Janice is saying that he got $1.2 million, which, by the way, is a good chunk of change, a big chunk of change, okay?
How would you know that?
Probably from Annie.
How would she know that? If it's a private, non-disclosed thing, I don't know.
But somebody is getting what's called royalties from the Netflix, and that's where the big money comes in. Okay, you can get like fast cash, and then you get like when all the stuff comes in, and then that's all kinds of disclosures like merchandising, which, by the way, that happens. If someone else picks up on this documentary and they use it on, let's say, YouTube or Paramount, then maybe
it was the way they portrayed him on the thing. I don't know. I never really heard anything about it. I didn't think it made him look bad, but what do I know?
I don't know. I mean, I watched it. I didn't really pay attention to him, to be quite honest. I mean, no offense. I just didn't really think he had anything. I mean, I was like looking at the central characters in the case. Right. So that's much it. I didn't really feel that, he was, I'm not saying he's not relevant. I'm using wrong words. I wasn't like,
he wasn't main character.
Yeah, I wasn't hanging on his every word. But if Netflix screwed him and he's saying that publicly and he only got, $1 million, well, he probably should have had a better attorney.
Right.
Because there's books, there's all kinds of stuff going on with this case.
Yeah,
and
I'm going to have to find out, because that's going to bug me now. That's going to bug me bad.
Oh, I found the answer. Big T said that your part-time job is 1-800-SEX-KITTEN.
That's funny.
Hey, Susan, you know who's creeping around again?
I'm afraid to ask.
Brandy Lanigan.
Oh, really?
And to be quite honest, I have no issue with it.
I don't either.
I just wish she would I don't need an apology. I don't need a piece or anything. Just be cool.
I didn't think she left on bad terms. I just thought it was a difference of opinion.
Well, she left on bad terms, and she did.
I allowed them to get close, and I allowed things to happen because I was a people pleaser, and I allowed it. So yes, I take responsibility for a lot of this stuff. I could have addressed what Annie was saying about me years ago. That should have been something I did. And in that time, I didn't, because I didn't want to start a problem. I didn't want to get everybody all pissed off. I didn't want to have to face all the people who thought she was right, because I'm like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know the context. I do. Unfortunately, I do. And unfortunately, I know the context when it comes to this situation as well. But I'm being brought up by everybody in this situation, and I don't even know why. I really, truly can tell you, I don't know why I'm coming up. And it's because my mom is Lori Vallow. And so now it's like, oh, well, if you bring Colby into it, Netflix did the same thing. You bring Colby's name into something and it becomes something else because my mom's Lori. And I don't play that. If you don't see me as a human being and not just freaking Lori Vallow's son, I don't know what to tell you. That's not who I am by identity. That's like me addressing you guys as your parents' kid. That's all you are. That's not an identity. But people
Well,
know if
there's
they
our
say
answer.
something about me or my family or anything like that, that something can keep coming on, right? Now, again, I'll address something. I haven't heard a lot. This is not something that I've heard a lot as of lately. This is not the peak of it. This is something that obviously happened a while ago. And unfortunately, I feel like at some point you have to just say your piece and be done with it. That's why we're addressing this today. This needs to be out of the way, move on, carry on. This is exactly what I want you guys to know because I care about our community. And I know a lot of you have had these questions, but it's really, really, really unfair to bring me into this. And you know what? I do not condone other channels ripping people to shreds. I don't. That's not the way to deal with your situations. I don't. Yes. Do I rip Chad Daybell to shreds a lot? Yes, I do. He killed my family, so I'm pretty pissed off. Going at people and their looks and all that stuff. Come on, bro. You got to grow up.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But you're going to notice, and I'm sorry, I think it's mental illness that she keeps changing her face like that. She don't look like her no more.
Yep.
Something's going on with her.
No, she's got a lot of shit going on. That is for sure. But I get what Colby's saying. Do I say all kinds of shit about, Chad Daybell? Yes, and he should. He's like, he killed my whole family.
Yeah. He was the one who dubbed him Peter Griffin the first time on the phone with Lori. On a secret phone line that it wasn't secret, it was a prison. And it got out. No, I just think he's wise beyond his years. And he said that Netflix was treating him, acting like he was only Lori Vallow's son. They weren't addressing him as Colby. And they only wanted to talk to him about Lori, not how it affected him.
Well, and that's one thing I think someone didn't explain to him. It wasn't like a piece about how to deal with grief. It was about the murder. It's about the cult. And they're in the entertainment business,
Right.
And basically what they were saying is like, listen, we're not here to talk about your feelings, dude. Here's your check. And, I think
the dirt on mom.
Yeah, I think there might have been maybe at the most 11 minutes in the entire documentary with Colby.
Yeah.
Would you like that if someone went at your looks? Would you like if somebody was making fun of you as a human being and your life and that stuff? No. That's another thing I don't play. I don't play with that. I have no respect for people who take it that way. And I told Lori that Chad was Peter Griffin privately. Never knew that was going to come out publicly. I was pissed off when I said that. But I don't condone these people ripping people to shreds for their looks. That's seriously, come on, bro. It's not funny. It's not funny to do that. That's bullying at its finest. Even if somebody did something wrong, come on. And if you guys I can honestly say I know I drew a line in the sand. I know what I'm saying. And I understand if you guys are upset. You have every right. You should make your own opinion about people. That's fine. I'm not trying to sway you. I'm not trying to get you to agree with me. You don't even have to believe me. But I'm going to tell you my perspective for the first time because I've never said this stuff. And I've been taking hits for years because people have walked me like a dog because I've allowed it. No more. You will not walk me like a dog. I'm not going where you lead me on my leash. I'm a grown man. I'm going to stand up for my family and the people that I love. And if you want to talk your talk, go ahead. And if you want to respond to this, go ahead. You can form your own opinion. That's fine. Here's what I've experienced. This is my experience that I've had to deal with. And this is just a tip of the iceberg, bro. You guys have no idea how deep all this stuff goes. Years and years of laying down, being destroyed while you are going through what feels like hell on earth, and people adding to the bag for their own personal gain. On your family, on you, on everything.
I can't speak for every case I cover. I can't speak for every one of them. But I can say that there are many, 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 many cases that any money I make off of it, I will, of course, the recording hours. I mean, I will
Right.
take it and I will send it. I did it for Michael Vaughn's family. They didn't ask me. Did it for Dylan Round's family. They didn't
Yes,
ask
you
me.
did.
And there's others. Stacey Jones. And actually, her and Bree Mikolo didn't get any money until October of 2021 because I wasn't monetized yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And Bree was not Bree. Rebecca was in the earlier show this morning.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I love her. I mean,
I
and
do
they
too.
didn't ask for it. It's just, listen. Why, come on, just there you go. I mean, that's what I'm doing.
Mhm.
That's what I'm doing. So when he's saying they're profiting, and they're profiting. Something I just kind of wonder, have they done anything with all that YouTube money? And I know they haven't. They're using all the shit. They've got advertising. They've got Sprizzy. They've got all that stuff. They've got
They
all
do.
that stuff.
But I think there was a collection taken up for Colby one time, I think. I won't swear to that, but in this interview, he alludes to it.
Well, I mean, here's the whole thing, Susan. If you ask me, we'll just do some role play. Let's just pretend like you're calling me right now. And I'm going to answer the phone and you say, "Hey, Brooks, can I borrow $100? Hang on." Bling, bling, bling.
Are you
Hello.
going to answer? Oh,
Hello.
hi, Brooks. What you doing?
I'm just sitting here watching Days of Our Lives on Paramount because I got like 2 more days until my subscription runs out. What's up with you?
I was wondering, could I borrow $100? I mean, yeah, I know it's kind of a weird thing to ask, and I don't like to do it, but can I borrow $100?
You better believe it, because I'm going to go borrow $10 from 10 neighbors, send it to you, and act like I fucking did it. Bye.
Thank you. Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And while we're at it, I'll get some poinsettias from Lioness Linda for you.
All I've tried to do is live a certain way and try to be as open about this stuff and try to help people learn and grow and share my experiences and hope that we all can understand that we're all human beings. That's all I've wanted this whole time. And people, for some reason, take advantage of you or go at you, and they decide that that's what they're going to do. And they make it all about what they can get out of it. And I just think that's wrong. None of this is just for you to play around with. You don't get to just bring up Tylee and JJ and Tammy and Charles just to play around with it. You guys say whatever you want. I get all the comments. Grifter, everything in the world, milking it, obsessed, whatever, bro. I do not care what you think. I do not care. If this was your family, the last thing I would do is hop on your YouTube channel and tell you to get over it. The last thing I'd ever do is leave a comment about you, how you should grow up and how you're obsessed with what happened to your family. But you know what? Again, you're allowed to have your opinion. Go ahead, say it. Another big reason why I'm upset, and another thing that really hurt me, is when I heard Lauren comparing herself to Charles and Tylee.
Woo!
That felt
Woo!
really wrong. Like,
Woo!
Yep.
I need to turn my camera on for this one. Woo! 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 Now, it's bad enough that people used donated money and act like it was their personal donation, okay? Just like we just did the whole, you need $100, and I'm going to walk around and be like, there you go. But she compared herself to Charles and Tylee.
Yeah.
Now,
What does
Susan,
that say? Balls of a burglar?
balls of a burglar. Now, Susan, what would you do if I went live one day laying in the bed with some Kleenex and not really crying and had full makeup on and said, oh, I'm just like Summer Wells. No one listens to me. Would you reach out to me and say, get the fuck off the phone, shut down your internet, or just be totally done with me?
Yeah, because that's what friends do. When you see somebody making a giant mistake, you gotta step in and say, what the hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're not trafficked. You're not murdered.
But no one did it for her. And Grayson sat
And Grayson filmed the whole daggum thing.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that for 9 hours?
Well, I mean, I know how to make a fool out of myself any day of the week. But 9 hours and someone sitting there filming it and encouraging it, that is a different type of psycho. Rudder said Lauren is not Tylee Ryan.
No, she's not.
No, she's not. And she had no reason saying that. She had no reason saying
insulting. These people didn't have anywhere to turn to.
Mm-hmm.
And she's upset because her texts were released. Tell me how that's different. She's got to get a life. She needs to get off the internet and take a wake-up pill. I don't know. That's just, it's disgusting. And it made me so angry.
Well, I mean, Grayson, honestly, I mean, she's a cute girl. I mean, she's talented. She might want to, do something different than quit laying under those fucking blankets with Lauren and fucking dogs and, drinking soda pop all day. That's fucking weird. Retro girl, when is Brooks doing a 9-hour live? I'll just go live tonight when I sleep. That's all you're gonna get on me.
Yeah. Hey, I got to cut out of here about 1:15.
Okay. Where are you going?
Mother-in-law's.
Okay.
It's a weekly thing every Thursday.
Tammy and Charles, just to play around with it. You guys say whatever you want. I get all the comments. Grifter, everything in the world, milking it, obsessed, whatever, bro. I do not care what you think. I do not care. If this was your family, the last thing I would do is hop on your YouTube channel and tell you to get over it. The last thing I'd ever do is leave a comment about you, how you should grow up and how you're obsessed with what happened to your family. But you know what? Again, you're allowed to have your opinion. Go ahead, say it. Another big reason why I'm upset, and another thing that really hurt me, is when I heard Lauren comparing herself to Charles and Tylee. That felt really wrong. Like, I don't think we can even fathom what Charles or Tylee was going through before they were taken by their mother and their wife. We don't throw that out there. We don't say that kind of thing because it's not even close to the same situation. And I don't want to speak rudely about her and say that, but that situation was so out of pocket. You do not say stuff like that. You do not say that because you don't know. I don't know what Tylee was going through, and I don't know what Charles was going through. But their lives got ended. So no, we don't just.
But Annie Cushing blames you, saying that you should have known what Tylee and Charles were going through.
Yeah.
Throw their names out there, and I don't play that. So that's what I'm trying to say. This stuff all happened later on, which is really unfortunate because those conversations before were never like this. There wasn't that issue. And now there's issues. And unfortunately, because it will not stop and my name has to come up, I have to come on here and have to explain everything because that's what we have to do. I'd much rather be talking to you guys about how we can move on and create better lives, but sometimes you just have to address something. I want to also say we're not here to start things about others. I'm not here to try to hurt other people, go at them. I think I've said what needs to be said. There's a lot that I haven't said, and it doesn't need to be said. That's the point. That would all just be personal anger, upset, frustration, whatever.
Okay. He's calming down. My friend Susan, and she's not listening right now. She's busy. She's going to go real quick. There are certain cases that hit her with a certain passion. Okay. I met her in the Sophie Long case. Okay. And that was, she seemed to agree with me when I said Michael Long was making all this stuff up and convincing his daughter. You know, she has Harmony Montgomery, but she knows everything about the Daybell case. I mean, everything.
But I'm not going to sit here and allow it. And you know what? When we did that video about Tylee at my wedding, that was a direct response to those people, that group of people, or at least specifically Annie, because she wants to sit here and tell the public lies about me, how Tylee wasn't at my wedding, and I have to hear this from other people because I'm not following it. You think I care? No, but that's ridiculous. You are ridiculous for coming out and trying to start lies because you know that no one's fact checking you. Don't be the person who says you talk nothing but facts and lie. You can't have it both ways. I would have respect for somebody who would at least try their best to understand how hard this is and not make it all about whatever they're trying to get out at the end of the day, but by specifically lying about so much. I do not play that. People have had their lives changed forever over this. This is not a fucking game. Yes, it's public. I get that. You're allowed to talk about it. Channels are going to cover it. That's just life. I get it. But these are human beings. This is my family. I'm the last one. I'm the only one left. So I feel like it's my responsibility because no one else in my family is going to say anything. I fucking will. I'm not doing that with you guys anymore. I'm not putting up with it. I'm not putting up with any of your crap. If you want to talk to me, come talk to me. Come have a personal conversation. Be a grown-up and come talk to me.
I think he's going to wind up suing Annie Cushing and the Matthias family.
I don't know. I don't know that he will.
Oh,
He wants to move on with his life.
Well, I mean, would you be upset with him if he did?
No. Who am I to judge him?
I mean, you can judge people anytime you want. You have a thought.
But I won't.
I mean, honestly, I will. If he decides to sue them, I'm going to be on one side or the other. I'm just going to think about it and say, you know what? Here's the whole deal. You keep screwing with this man.
Yeah.
A licensed professional.
I thought you meant would I judge him for doing it? No, I wouldn't judge him for doing it.
I just meant, like, would you side with him or not? Do you think he should?
Yeah, I would. He's been run through the ringer. I would side with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a kid. I didn't realize that he was only 23 years old. He's got 3 children. And you're screwing with him?
Mm-hmm.
He's built a good community over there for support. And they go through these things. They're going through the trials again.
Mhm.
It's not something I can do again because I can't stand Chad. I can't even look at him. He makes me sick. But if that's what it takes for him to heal, I'm all for it. Do it. And if he gets some money on it, good for him. Good for him.
Good for him. Now, I go back to what he was saying, people profiting, and I think he's targeting Lauren and Dr. John.
Well, yeah.
He gave them some information they weren't supposed to disclose, and that's part of the text messages. There were
I don't know what was given to them, but they used him to get information, to get close to him, to get those interviews, to make the money, to make the lives. So yeah, they used him.
Well, they did. They certainly did. And then you're going to hear these people going, but he let himself get used, Bricks.
He was a kid.
I don't care about that bullshit. I don't care if he's 89 or 9. Here's
And he wanted justice for his family.
All they had to do was explain what they were doing. You know how many shows I've done over the years where I would call people in advance and say, is this okay with you?
Yeah.
You know how many shows totally canceled because I was told, no, not today. Do it. Didn't do it.
Yeah. They should have at least had him speak to an attorney to get some advice. But they didn't. They wanted to profit off of him. So they said nothing. It makes me mad. It makes me mad.
He's got attorneys all around him. And
well, now he does.
And all they want is more money. If he had good attorneys, Netflix wouldn't have fucked him.
Yeah.
If you don't, fine. Keep saying your lies. I'm going to check you on them. I'm not playing with you anymore. You're not going to treat me like that. You're not going to treat my family like that. You're not going to get away with your lies. I'm not doing it anymore. The things that have been said are so out of pocket. It's actually disgusting and hurtful. And I've said nothing. I've said nothing. This whole year for me has been so freaking hard, bro. And all I've tried to do for our community is continue to just see how you can deal with all of these situations and the best as you can. It's not my job to sit here and try to clear up every freaking rumor. It's not my job to try to make everybody feel better. It's not my job to try to make everybody understand my perspective. And you don't have to believe me. That's fine. But I'm done. I'm very, very, very done with this. And I see it everywhere I go, everywhere I turn, I see something more about what's going on and how there's so much more information and new this and new that. And oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Can we all move on now? Yes. Lauren and John's situation is not something I'm going to speak to about what specifically was being said about them. But at the end of the day, I gave you what I feel and what I've experienced. And that's just as simple as I can make it. And I'm going to have to say this because it's very unfortunate that we're here and it's unfortunate to make this video. But here it is. I'm not associated with that. I'm not. Please stop putting me in all of this stuff. Please stop pulling me into your drama. Please leave my name out of it. I don't even know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm being part of it. I don't know. Just because I've collabed with them, I understand that.
He didn't really collab with them. As he said, collaborate. They used.
Yeah.
There's no collaboration.
But what he's talking about where he's done, people are coming into his chat and disrupting everything. And it's rude. And he doesn't want to discuss it. He's hurt. Would you want to rip the Band-Aid every day?
Nope.
I wouldn't.
And
Leave him alone.
then you see what Lauren put up after all this. It's right there. Evil Changed Me, Lauren Matthias on True Crime. And see, this is July 16th, 2025. And now there's certain places you can find it, certain places you can't. That's the truth. And let's just look it up. And then
was that when she went on Mormon Stories? Because she did an interview there too.
Mormon Stories, yeah.
Mm.
She said, in this intimate follow-up episode, Lauren continues her powerful story, this time focusing on her path from reporter to advocate. Advocate, wife, and co-founder of Hidden True Crime. You find it odd, it doesn't say Christian, wife, and mother.
She's Mormon above everything. But she'll tell you, in one sentence, she'll tell you that she's no longer a Mormon. And then in another, she'll say she's a proud Mormon. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Lauren
also wrote a book. Did you know she wrote a book?
I did not.
Oh my gosh. I can't remember. Maybe it was Salty that read it. Or it might have been Jayford. I don't know.
It could have been, yeah, Jay, one of her channels. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lauren shares a deeply personal journey that brought her to Dr. John Matthias. Their relationship, marriage, and parenting as a mixed faith couple, all while navigating the high-stakes world of reporting on religious extremism and the Lori Vallow Daybell case. Okay, so these are her words, not mine. You know, John was her psychologist.
That's what you said. I never heard that before.
Mm-hmm. Her personal journey brought her to John. She reflects on pivotal moments in Mormonism, including the excommunication of progressive voices, the church's stance on same-sex marriage, and the ordained women movement. As her career unfolds, Lauren breaks major stories from inside Mormon and FLDS communities, reporting from Hildale, Utah, and uncovering secrets in St. George. She's really focused on that one. Her life is impended again by the Daybell case, which becomes a catalyst for launching Hidden True Crime. Balancing her professional calling with profound personal loss, her brother's accident and coma, Lauren makes the gut-wrenching decision to attend Lori Vallow Daybell's trial anyway. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, that's what we're dealing with right now.
That's where I would be. Her getting justice for JJ. Like, she doesn't even freaking matter. She should have stayed with her brother. It's disgusting. Nothing would make me leave my family member when they're dying.
Well, that's the same brother she wanted to jerk off to get some.
I don't know that that's true. I don't.
That's fine. I'll figure it out anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I mean, she's in all these fucking Mormon studies group. Now, my Aunt Sarah, she's a Mormon, and I'm going to tell her to watch out for her. Now, everybody was wondering what happened yesterday, why Susan wasn't on the show, that whole 9 years.
I told you the day before I was going to be out living with my sister.
She was with her sister making aprons. And next thing you know, I see the news, and, you know, here we are. This is getting really ridiculous, guys.
Yeah. I don't have the hips for that, love. Mine's more like a straight line now. That's hilarious.
First Susan was yesterday. So I'm going to actually look more into Lauren and her Mormon bullshit.
Yeah.
And
I was just trying to be fair. You know how I feel about her. I think she's trash, but I can't
that's fine.
say
I mean,
that something's true if I don't know it's true.
well, I mean, we'll figure it out. What I can do right now is, well, probably can't, because my Aunt Sarah she'd be like, you've got to be part of the Mormon church to know those details. So, and I've got zero issue with Mormons, zero. I just think there's something really damn odd going on between.
There is. And do you want to know? You want to know what I really think? I think Lauren was behind the email, sent it out because she thought everyone else was it was going to go public, and she wanted to leak it out. And she could say that she was hacked, and things were put in there that she didn't write.
And it's from a Proton email.
Mm-hmm. It can't be traced.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but that's my theory. I wouldn't put it past her. Like I said, I think she's nasty.
Well, there's something going on, but I can tell you right now, I mean, Colby, I mean, the more they talk, the more that people mess with them, the more issues they have.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much it. What are we going to talk about tomorrow, Susan?
The same thing we talk about every day, taking over the world.
Fuck right.
I don't know. You got to tell me.
Just thinking. I thought about like doing like one of those shows, you know, like where like talk about like different things that happen throughout the week, which is kind of hard to keep up with. Or
like a catch up?
Yeah.
Or just little cases that don't make the news.
Yeah, I like doing those too.
Either or.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm going to be baking in the morning, so I'll be in and out. But I'll be listening. You know I'll be listening.
Well, sure you'll be baking, Susan. We already know how you make your apron.
I'm going to wake and bake, okay?
All right, love you.
I love you too, guys. Bye.
Bye. We're out.